Hi everyone. Um, so I've had a good day. It's not been a bad day, so I guess that's a good day. It just feels like a day though, so I don't know. I obviously am very, very proud of myself for yesterday. I still haven't taken a Valium. No, that's not true. I did take one, I think, this morning. And the chemical taste has only just left my mouth. And I'm actually starting to feel a little bit hungry now. So I'm going to make some loaded baked beans. If no one's ever had my loaded baked beans before, basically I just get a can of baked beans. I'll saute up an onion and then chuck a can of baked beans in, and some baby spinach so that wilts down, and then I add some extra tomato and just like fucking whatever veggies. Callum, when he used to make it, used to chuck capsicum and stuff in there too, but I'm happy with just my baby spinach and tomatoes, and nutritional yeast for B12, which will also help my mood. And it'll be some carbs, which is good because carbs is where all the happy hormones, or all hormones, come from, really. Is anyway, diet, blah 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 blah. Sally is here, being an attention whore. I don't know. I feel funny. I feel like I'm here, so I have more time to be here for her, but she always wants just to like snuggle, and I'm always like, sorry baby, I've got to go have a cigarette, or I've got to go film a video, or I've got to go do this, that, or whatever. But I have had a productive day. So Erica was meant to be coming over to grab a few things, and because I have her muted, I didn't actually get the text from her to say that she got called into work, so she wasn't coming anymore. But that's okay. So what I did was I went on a good 2-hour walk. I went for a walk down to the mall so that I could do my meds pickup. I had a chat to Shane, who's the chemist, and I just said, look, obviously, all the medication that I'm taking. And my GP's just started prescribing me Zopiclone to help me get to sleep, and I'm just wondering, obviously not wanting to overdo it, but it's not really making me feel sleepy. So is it safe to have another one, or is it safe for me to have another Valium, or, what's the thing? And his advice actually was for me to try to not take them. The thing is with all of, I guess, these classes of drugs is that they are very, very easy to build a tolerance to, which is why they are, I guess, classed as drugs of dependence. I don't think it's so much that people become really addicted to it, but it's because the tolerance is built so quickly that you just start taking more and more and more to feel the effect. And then, that's how we all end up in this fun position, isn't it? If the drugs just did what I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of put everything in a bit of a new perspective. I won't be taking 2 every night, but I think that just to give myself that extra bit of support, I will still keep taking 1 instead of Seroquel. With my mirtazapine, that did seem to be help kicking quite well. And I think tonight what I want to try, instead of the little dram of red wine that I had, have more chamomile teas, and I will have a magnesium drink before bed. Because usually I do know that when I am drinking my magnesium, that if I have it while it's still fizzing, about halfway through I'm yawning. So it's just relearning what, I guess, sensations mean. I do know that I am hungry, so I don't want to stay on this video for too long so that I don't delay everything for much longer. I don't know, I'm feeling really bored. My loneliness, I think, is manifesting as boredom. I am so bored, and I guess I've only just sort of really now had the awareness. I'm like, that's one of the characteristics that your loneliness takes, and that's why you want someone else around to entertain you. So you need to find activities that you genuinely love and enjoy doing. And I don't know, I feel really stupid because I don't know what any of that is. There is nothing that I just love doing because I love doing it. I love doing things because I'm good at them. So when I'm not good at them, I don't like them anymore, or anything like that. I don't know. Or there are activities that I prefer doing with other people, like things like watching TV and da 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 da. Like that's fine, I can do it, but I don't know. I like sharing experiences with people. I like laughing with people, or whatever. So, yeah. So, yeah, Epsom salt bath with some aromatherapy through there, I think will really, really help as well. I might even take the chamomile tea into the bath with me. And yeah, we'll basically follow a very similar formula to yesterday so that we can have a successful day 2. And yeah, I guess I just want to give a shout out to my girlfriend Rachel. I think the hardest bit about today, and I am going to get a little bit emotional, but it's not in a bad way, it's just my emotions are at 10 at the moment, all of them. But I think the hardest thing about today was for me to get through a day without using, on my own, without supervision, without a distraction from someone else, and without having to be removed from my environment, as in going to someone else's house or going away from Ballarat just so that I don't have to limit my access. So, I mean, I got through yesterday really by willpower alone, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I never thought that would be possible, but it was. And, I did the video this morning, and, which is good. It's still good, but this isn't a victory that I can share quite publicly. And even I had to talk to my mum a little bit earlier today on the phone to discuss a few things about the house and about Erica and stuff. And like I said, I told her, Mum, I just want to share this with you. And she's like, yo, that's great, man. That's, but she didn't sound, excited. But when Rachel woke up and I got to send her a message and say, oh my God, I got through, she was like exclamation points, and, I could feel the cheering for me, and that's what I really needed. And I just want to say thank you, because I know that you will see this at some point, Rachel. And I guess it really validated just this whole experience for me, because I think a lot of people don't understand what it's like. I don't know, giving up a drug. Especially one that's been there for so long, and one that has saved my life, really. Chicken or egg, maybe it may have caused a few problems, but as we know, I've been suicidal for a while, so, getting blazed off my face instead of, taking a cocktail of pills or driving my car into a tree, has obviously saved my life. And so I'm not saying that cannabis hasn't served a purpose being in my life, but it is time to move forward. And Pete and I were talking about it today, and it's just, so, I mean, the hard thing about today was just not being able to share that victory with anyone until later. But when it was shared, it was glorious. And look at all this sunshine coming in. I can see you, angels. Thank you. So yeah, and even she said it's a sign, and it is, and I completely welcome this ascension. And another point that Rachel made was that she wouldn't have realized how hard or how much of a struggle it is for me to get through a day sober if it wasn't for these videos. So I guess that really validated this experience that I'm going through, and the reason why I'm deciding to do a video blog. I'm not doing it. I don't sit there and check how many views I'm getting to see if people are watching or not, because it's not about that. It's about me having an activity to do, being able to voice the things that are going on in my head or in my heart or whatever. Sorry, I've just got to move my hand to cradle a cat. And I do come back to it. There was a time when last week when I was still using, and I was out in the shed having a smoke, and I was like, oh, I need to play some sound to hide the sounds of me smoking in here. And so I started watching back through my old YouTube, like the first ones, like, the Here Are Your Reasons video, and it's 15 minutes of rambling the first half, but the second half, where I'm actually looking down the barrel of the lens and speaking to myself and listing all the reasons why I don't want to use anymore. Let's just say I was smoking like a cone a minute or a cone every 30 seconds, and then when I got to that bit, I actually stopped smoking for about 5 and just cried and watched myself. And then went back to smoking because I hated how shit I felt. But change is coming. The crappy thing about today was that there wasn't anyone to celebrate a victory with, but that's okay. I'm here to celebrate that for myself. I'm here to do that for myself. And I am seeing that the little chores that I am doing every day is self-care. I even washed the dishes today, even though I washed the dishes yesterday. There's like, everything is clean. So that's awesome. What was I saying? Pete and I were saying the shit thing about this journey that we're on is that, even in 4 weeks' time, when my body has completely detoxed essentially from cannabis, there's still going to be the mental shit, the behavioral shit, everything else. This road to recovery is a really, really long road. And I was discussing this with a client the other day too. Unfortunately, there's no KPIs for self-recovery or self-journeying at all. There is no way to measure whether or not you're on the right track, whether or not you're doing the right things, whether or not the seeds you're sowing are actually going to be a fruitful harvest in however many months' time. It's all an act of faith and trust and trucking along and measuring it in 6 to 12 month increments, which is difficult for someone who's impatient like me, but that lots of lessons to learn, and I'm ready to learn them because I want to move on with my life. I want a better life. I want so much that I can't have, and that I was stunting myself. I mean, we've talked about how much I was stunting myself through smoking. So we're growing beyond that. And yeah, as always, thank you for watching these videos and checking in and being part of this journey with me whenever you can. I do appreciate it. And yeah, if I don't talk to you later tonight, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.